You're not overwhelmed because you have too much to do. You're overwhelmed because you've been believing the wrong things about what motherhood is supposed to look like. And no, it's not your planner, it's not your time management, and it's definitely not that you need to just try harder. I'm a mom of 3 kids, 5 and under, and I live off grid, I cook from scratch, I run a business during naps and at nighttime, and my husband works away most of the time. I know overwhelm, but I'm not drowning in it anymore. And it's not because I got more organized. It's because I faced and accepted a few very uncomfortable truths that most moms never hear. So in this video, I'm sharing 5 brutal truths that might sting, especially the last one. But if you can see them clearly and act on them, everything shifts. I'm Erica, and I help exhausted moms restore their energy and protect their long-term health without extreme diets or unrealistic routines. So if you're new here, please subscribe and let's jump in. The first brutal truth is that it's not just a season. And this is why overwhelm doesn't just magically disappear. Because if you wait for this season to pass, you could be waiting a really long time. I've been there thinking, man, this is hard for me getting up at 5 a.m., every day to go to work, or this stage my child is in is really challenging. Like, I've had enough of dealing with peed in pants. You know what I mean? Like, that smell just makes me boil up inside with anger. This was a very, very real thing for me. Potty training with one of my children. I literally kept telling myself, this is a season. It will pass, over and over and over, as we were going through 20 pairs of pants a day. Slight exaggeration, but you get the gist. And that literally went on for years. And I'm not exaggerating that part. I had this idea that things would be easier and less overwhelming if I could just get through this season. But this is the detail that everyone skips over. Life, especially as a mom, never slows down. Things don't get easier. They just get more complex. And I don't say this to discourage you, it's just the truth that I've discovered. It was even more discouraging to expect things to improve when this season was over. And then when that stage was over, there was something else frustrating and challenging that I had to deal with. It was better to just acknowledge the truth. No matter how much time went by or how many stages we moved through, it never got any easier. The passage of time wasn't doing it. I discovered that actually began to make things easier was improving my capacity to deal with the hard things. And I'll show you exactly where to start with that in just a few minutes. This mindset that a season of overwhelm is going to end someday is not the only thing keeping moms stuck. The next brutal truth is that it won't just happen. And this is why hoping hasn't been enough. Most moms are just kind of waiting, hoping, surviving until the overwhelm eases on its own. And that's the trap. It's not going to happen. I used to live here too. I wasn't doing nothing, but I wasn't really changing anything. I lived on autopilot, just drifting, surviving, no real plan to get myself out, just getting through. So, surprise, months and months went by and nothing actually changed. My energy was still low. I still felt like I was just constantly playing catch up. Not because I was being lazy, but I was just stuck in autopilot, not making improvements. And being in autopilot never creates change. So here's what I learned the hard way. Nothing changes until something actually changes. Boom. I know, mind-blowing, right? I know, you're like, duh. But so many of us are just doing this. We're not changing anything, but expecting improvements over time. Overwhelm doesn't slowly fade or ease up because we're hoping it will. What actually shifts things is small intentional adjustments to how we're living day to day. And I know that might be annoying to hear, but it should give you hope because it means you're in charge. You're not just stuck waiting for life to magically get easier. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, okay, but what do I actually do first? I have a free workshop where I walk you through step by step what I did, how you can start. You can grab that in the description below and then come right back to finish this video, because the next truth is where most moms get tripped up. Because once you stop waiting for things to change on their own, you run into the next uncomfortable truth. And that is, effort is actually required. The easy button we would all love to have, it just doesn't exist. And that is a hard pill to swallow. But it's also really exciting because that's where real change actually begins. Now, before you run away because you're not ready to make a whole life overhaul, hold on, because it's not as hard as you think. Years ago, when I was having multiple health issues, and I was determined I was gonna fix them, I put in the effort, but I put in too much effort. I changed way too much at one time. Like, I changed my diet, I started doing intense workouts and seeing all these experts and taking all these supplements and tinctures, literally doing everything I could think of, and I burned out. So none of those changes stuck, and I was just back at square one with the same health issues. I discovered that the only way to change something in a sustainable way is to make really small changes and be really consistent in them. You don't have to take drastic steps. And honestly, if you do, that'll likely add more overwhelm on top of what you're already feeling. I love the saying, progress over perfection, because when I had perfection as the goal, I was overwhelmed and very often discouraged because I just couldn't achieve it. I burnt out and quit. So the shift happened when I started taking small intentional actions, even when life was full, right? Progress was my goal. No matter how small the progress, if I was progressing, making improvements, I was succeeding. That approach made me feel proud of myself and encouraged to keep trying, keep putting in small efforts. And therefore, the change was sustainable. So now that we've acknowledged that you have to actually try, let's talk about what you need to focus that effort on. The next brutal truth is that you keep putting your health last, because when your energy is depleted and when you feel like crap, everything is harder. Now, you could focus your effort on so many different things as a mom, but the one I know that will make the biggest difference to your overwhelm, more than focusing on your routines, decluttering your house, trying a new parenting strategy, is focusing on your own health and wellness. That probably sounds really daunting and like it wouldn't be the thing to make the difference. But when you have more energy and you feel amazing, you are more capable to handle all the difficulties of motherhood and being a wife and a homemaker. And you have the actual capacity to dive into those other areas of life that you're overwhelmed by right now, like your routines, your decluttering, etc. Here's the good news about this, as we just talked about. Effort is 100% required, but not a lot of it. You can change your health and energy without making drastic changes. One of my students, her name's Krista, she told me she's tried to do many healthy things all at once before, and that left her with extreme overwhelm, just like it did me. She started to implement my program very, very slowly, and she said, it's been so refreshing for my nervous system. It was hard for my anxious brain at first, but I'm getting results. Most moms are in fight or flight mode constantly, which means your brain and your body are like way stressed out all the time. When you focus on your own wellness and just very slowly and intentionally make changes to get better quality sleep, nourish your body better, get some daily movement, regulate your blood sugar, and all these things that we know are so important, your body will get what it needs. And you have the energy and the mental clarity and the bandwidth to analyze your life and make improvements and changes to get out of overwhelm. You need to start by prioritizing your health. If you don't address it, your overwhelm will continue. Now, this last one is gonna sound harsh, but stay with me. You might not be truly overwhelmed. You might be just very, very whelmed. This reframe for me changed a lot. I was listening to a podcast where they were discussing how often we use this word overwhelm. And I had to admit, I used to say it all the time, and I still struggle with this. I'm overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. There's so much going on and weighing down on me. But they started contrasting modern life with what real survival level overwhelm has looked like through history. And it made me really think, because yes, my days are full. My plate is packed. But was I truly in crisis, or was I just maxed out and overloaded? For example, if I catch myself thinking, oh, gotta do the dishes again, I could try to reframe that. If I'm doing the dishes, that means I ate a meal. We have food. It means my family is here with me. They're safe and they're healthy. It means I have running water. And honestly, some of you even have a machine doing your dishes for you. Now, that doesn't mean modern life as a mom isn't heavy and challenging. We are absolutely whelmed. And yes, I looked it up. It means engulfed or submerged. We are managing a lot. We are carrying a lot. There are real pressures in modern motherhood. But here's what shifted for me. When I stopped labeling every hard moment as full-blown overwhelm, my nervous system stopped living at a constant 10 out of 10. Because true survival level overwhelm looks different. It looks like watching your children starve. Most of us in these first world countries we live in have no idea how excruciating that would be, me included. It looks like sending your husband off to war, not knowing if he'll come home. It looks like Laura Ingalls and her family during the long winter, if you've read that book. They're literally grinding wheat in a coffee mill all day, every day to make bread, and twisting hay to use for fuel all day, every day, just to stay warm. And again, I don't say that to dismiss how full your days are. I say it because this simple perspective shift can just turn your overwhelm down several notches. Not because life suddenly gets easier, but because your capacity to handle it starts to grow. You do have a lot on your plate. That part is real, and it's not going away anytime soon. But overwhelm doesn't come from having a full life. It comes from trying to carry it all on an empty tank. When you prioritize your health as a mom and intentionally build your capacity, everything starts to feel more manageable. Not because your life gets easier again, it's because you're getting stronger and more capable. So if you're ready to start building that capacity in a simple, doable way, check out my workshop below. I walk you through the small shifts that actually move the needle. And if you want to start with one simple energy habit that most moms don't prioritize, but they really should, watch this video next.